Honestly, man, if people out there in this world seriously think that nothing bad could ever happen to them, you gotta be kidding. Anything bad can happen to you at any point in time because you're forgetting. The universe likes to throw, spanners in the works for you in order to strengthen you and to also test you. And look, the universe tests you whenever they see fit. Let me put it to you that way. Anything is possible, anything can happen. You could be living life good and perfect, and then the next second your home's taken away from you. You might end up homeless on the street for a while, or, whatever. You may have bad luck that comes in, but for a reason. It's to strengthen you. It's to also test you with your own problem solving, like how are you going to get yourself out of this situation if we throw this at, this spanner in the works for you. That's how I see it. I don't see it as really a super bad thing. It depends, because like the universe likes to test you and to see how resilient you are and how you bounce back from certain situations. And if you keep continuing to soldier on and you smash through every hurdle that the universe throws at you, well, good on you, dear. But for some people out there, it takes time. Some people are slow learners. It takes them a while for them to transition and to improve themselves and to make life better for themselves. So people need to learn to be patient with one another and stop, being impatient, and take your sweet time when it comes to changing and improving yourself. Don't rush to please others, to please your friends, your family, even your girlfriend or your boyfriend, your partner. Change to only suit you and to please you and make you happy only, nobody else. I'm changing to please me. I'm not changing to please people out there that I don't bloody know. I'm not I'm not changing certain aspects of myself to get a man in my life or anything like that. I believe love should come naturally when it's the right time. And it has to be with the right person. It can't be just with any Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes your way that you sexually fancy because you find them to be good looking and they've got style and they look good and they take good care of their body. That's nothing. That's just looks. What we're in is just a vessel. And yes, you need to maintain that vessel. You need to take good care of that vessel. But the thing is, look, come on, nothing lasts forever. If you think that everything lasts forever, well, you're wrong. Nothing lasts forever. You got to take each day as it comes, and you got to live life to the fullest, to your capacity, not to the next person's capacity, to your capacity. So never aim higher than you should, because that's when a downfall will happen. That's when shit will hit shit creek. Let me put it to you that way. Never aim higher than what you should, ever. Because I've noticed a weird pattern with a lot of people that keep getting in and over their head, and everything always goes wrong. And I've noticed that with everyone from all different walks of life, and it's like, no, aim, yeah, but don't aim too high. Don't get too over your head. Don't get all, full of yourself in the sense. Just take each day as it comes. Baby steps when it comes to progress and change. Only change to please yourself. Do not do it to please other people. And that's that. And look, the right people will be there for you in life no matter what, through the good and the bad. You will find your true loyal friends and people that you can consider to be family, like family to you. They will come into your life when it's the right time. They will be there through thick and thin no matter what. They should. That's how you know you got true friends, is when they stick by you no matter what happens. Okay? When you're right down in the gutter, practically, they should be there for moral support and guidance and to help you. But don't take advantage of people. There are some people out there that deliberately like to take advantage of others in order to make their image look good, to make themselves feel good about themselves. That's not what it's about, okay? Some people just take it way too far and they like to manipulate and take advantage of other people's kindness. Don't do that. But there are men and women who do that to each other. I think that's dead wrong. I'm not like that, okay? I will not tolerate any guy who thinks he can use me to get whatever he wants out of me. That's a big no-no. He must have his own money. He must save his own money. He must not ask me for a penny, okay, because I'm not a walking, talking cash cow, and I will not give money just willy-nilly to anybody, okay? I've learnt from my past when it comes to, loaning people money. If they don't pay me back when they say they do, I'll never give them money again, and I'll never trust them again. That's just how I am. I'm like that with everybody, okay? That's with everyone I know. I'm very strict with that, okay? That's why when someone asks me for a personal loan, I say no, especially if I don't hardly know them. I need to really get to know you well before I even dare to give you a personal loan. And it won't, I do not give out money to people over 50. If they want something like over $50, well, the answer is going to be no, because I don't trust them. That's just how I am. Okay, so people need to be more cautious with who they trust in their personal lives, who they associate with, who they date, who they slowly get to know. And you have every right to be cautious. It doesn't mean that you're scared of everybody. It's got nothing to do with that. It's a complete separate thing. You got to protect your peace. You got to let people know that, hey, you can't fucking run rings around me. You cannot foil me. And for one, you cannot fucking manipulate me to get your way. That's what it's about. It's about putting firmer boundaries with everybody. Everybody. You know what I mean? You can't just, women these days especially need to be stricter of who they fucking sleep with and actually get to know the person before you sleep with them. You know the horror stories I've heard over the years? Oh, dear heavens. This chick goes and falls pregnant to a guy, but then she ends up, before she ends up getting pregnant to this particular guy, she ends up sleeping with multiple men. She doesn't know which one's the father. No, at least get their full name, get their address, mobile number, something, in case you do fall pregnant, so you can be able to hunt the douche down. There are a lot of deadbeat men out there that just like to get women pregnant and not financially support them, not pay their child support, not do anything, and they wonder why the women are so fed up they don't allow their boyfriends to see their kids. It's because they're not willing to do the hard yakka, roll their sleeves up, and show that they can be a good provider for their own kid. But I understand why men don't want to do that is because they don't trust the mother. It's like the guys are thinking, well, is all the money going to my kid, or is she pocketing it to get a six-pack of beer? Those questions do run in the back of each guy's mind. So I can totally understand it from their perspective. And in a way, I would be thinking that too if I was a bloke. And I got involved with some chick, got pregnant too, and she's demanding child support. I'll be like, nah, I want to make sure that the money that I'm giving to you is solely going straight to my kid. I don't want to find out that you're spending it on makeup and other things, and you're not really spending hardly any of the money I'm giving you to go towards my kid's medicine or clothing, food that goes in my kid's belly. You know what I mean? So I can understand that. But if you don't trust each other and you don't hardly know each other, you should be sleeping together from the get-go. That's what I'm getting at. You should have all your cards out on the table before you even dare to sleep with each other, so you both know where you stand when it comes to unexpected pregnancy. You unexpectedly get some chick pregnant when you guys aren't 100% planning to have a kid. That's the thing. You want to have children, I believe you should plan it properly together as a couple. That it shouldn't be just, let's have a kid by accident crap. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like that. And that's what pisses me off. That's what frustrates me. That's what people out there in this world cannot fully grasp when it comes to my personal view on that. I don't like it when people bring children to this world that aren't planned. Simple as that.